It's time for the Coors Light Cold Hard Facts, a six-pack of questions for ESPN soccer analyst Taylor Twellman. We're talking Team USA in the wake of the news that Landon Donovan has been left off the final roster for the World Cup. Taylor, how surprising is that?
Well, you can judge by my face. I'm shocked. You're talking about the all-time leading goal scorer for the United States. You're talking about someone that scored 5 goals in the World Cup. That's more goals than Messi, Ronaldo, Van Persie combined. I'm shocked. Stunned.
How do you expect this to affect the chemistry of Team USA?
That's why we're doing this now, Stan. It's because Jurgen Klinsmann, I think, realized that in order to get all this shenanigans out of the way, the storm of not bringing the all-time leading goal scorer of the United States, he needed to make this decision now to get it out of the way. So when they show up to Brazil, there's no more talking about Landon Donovan. If they bomb out of the World Cup, though, you're going to be talking about Landon Donovan for the next 4 or 5 months.
Okay, so how does he replace Donovan on the field?
Well, that's the thing. I'm not sure Landon Donovan was going to start in this World Cup, Stan. When you look at it, Landon Donovan was coming off the bench. But you're talking about a guy that somehow doesn't fit in the 23-man roster. That's the biggest question. You tell me you couldn't use Landon Donovan, his experience coming off the bench in the 80th minute, if you're tied going into extra time coming out of the group stage, I'm not sure Jurgen can replace him.
What does this tell you about how Klinsmann is managing the team?
It's his way. It's his way or the highway. And that's one thing, Stan, where everyone's looking at it. This isn't personal, it's professional, the way he made this decision. And I think Jurgen Klinsmann realizes that if Landon Donovan's not going to start, is he going to be a nuisance off the field? Is it going to be a nuisance for the team to constantly answer that? And he's also got a 4-year extension for Russia 2018. I think ultimately Jurgen Klinsmann made this decision looking down the road 4 years from now with DeAndre Yedlin, Julian Green, and John Brooks going to Brazil.
What about this year, though? How far can Team USA go?
Listen, you're talking about Ghana, you're talking about Germany, you're talking about Portugal. Easily the hardest group stage the United States have ever faced at the World Cup. This is extremely difficult, and you never say it often in the World Cup. It comes down to the first game. They have to get 3 points against Ghana in order to give themselves a shot against Portugal or Germany. With Landon Donovan, it may have been a little easier. It's going to be pretty difficult.
It's somewhat un-American to assume that we don't win the Cup.
Yeah,
but it's reality. How far do they have to go to call the tournament a success?
They just have to play respectful. So this is a very difficult group. They need to perform, they need to get points, and most importantly, they need to score goals against these 3 teams.
All right, Taylor Twellman.
Yeah.
Those are the Coors Light Cold Hard Facts. Coors Light.